and welcome back to That's Entertainment, where we sum up all the interesting entertainment news from last week, this week. To kick off, Variety have just released an interesting article. The trade press is basically looking into Disney's Black Widow and Universal's Fast and Furious 9 release that are poised to kick off this summer's movie-going season. It's unlikely either blockbuster will actually arrive on schedule. While neither film has been postponed, industry experts and insiders have been speculating that Hollywood's next round of release dates could be delayed, and this will impact the middle of 2021. So how will cinemas be affected if the summer blockbusters season is cancelled for the second year in a row? And will exhibitors outside of the US that can open this summer have access to a strong enough independent and local language content to replace those missing blockbusters? There's possibly the answer that although the combination of months of cinema lockdowns, subsequent restrictions on audience numbers, and the lack of studio titles saw the total Nordic box office drop significantly last year. Denmark, for example, was down by 47%, but it also saw strong performances from such local language titles as Another Round or Druk in Danish, which accounted for an all-time record market share of 50.4%, Finland 41%, and Norway 35.6%. Again, this was featured in Variety. And there's interesting news from China as well, with local popular alternatives to Hollywood also performing extremely well. Detective Chinatown 3, the sequel to the very popular franchise Detective Chinatown 1 and 2, sets an all-time record for an opening day in a single market with $163 million in terms of tickets sold. This latest installment of the Chinese buddy comedy franchise had its release postponed by a year and opened on Chinese Lunar New Year celebrations this year instead of last. It broke the previous world record for Avengers Endgame, which opened for $157 million in the US in April 2019. So it's very significant to see these kinds of records are now moving from America to China. It was filmed with IMAX cameras, and it shows how an IMAX investment in a non-English language movies is actually paying off. And it's encouraging to see the audience's desire to see an eagerly awaited film franchise sequel wasn't deterred by 12 months of delay. And it's obviously a very good indication for Hollywood studios and cinemas worldwide that this film performs so well. But the question remains, how much longer can Hollywood keep on pushing these titles back? And when will there simply be so many films on the release schedule so close together that they will eat into each other's potential audience? And will more blockbusters have to premiere or debut simultaneously on VOD? Moving into VOD news, the spectacular growth in streaming services continues. Disney reaches 95 million subscribers. Amazing result. Direct-to-consumer revenues for Q4 2020 increased 73% to $3.5 billion. And the operating losses decreased by $1.1 billion to $466 million. So EST, electronic sell-through, has been having an amazing year. Disney now has 146 plus million paying subscribers to all its streaming services. This includes Disney+, Hulu, and ESPN. However, the market leaders are now facing more competition internationally. Lionsgate Stars is now available in 55 territories with 14.6 million subscribers. And according to Lionsgate's CEO John Feltmire, we are well on the way to our goal of 50 to 60 million global subscribers by 2025, the vast majority of which will be high-value streaming subscriptions. Revenue from the 14.6 million subscribers is expected to overtake the revenue of Starz, their linear channel, very, very shortly. And there are 13 million subscribers to the Starz network. Viacom's free AVOD platform Pluto TV just launched in France with 40 channels. The service is now available in 24 countries, including UK, Germany, and Spain. And that has 36 million active subscribers worldwide. And the Nordic streaming platform Viaplay passed its target of 3 million subscribers by the end of 2020 and expects to add a further 650,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So again, massive growth is continuing as cinemas remain in lockdown. It's basically the only way to get films out. There's a dearth of content that's out there that's basically left on shelves. The streaming platforms are beginning to soak this up now. And I really do think the pattern of release is beginning to change. For you LucasArts film fans out there, unfortunately Gina Carano has been axed from her role playing Cara Dune from the Mandalorian series over a tweet, proving that cancel culture can even hit the major stars. This has resulted in the cancel Disney Plus hashtag trending on Twitter currently, as the fan universe has been in uproar about this decision, as she was obviously an extremely popular character. We'll have to wait and see what kind of impacts those have on the numbers, but seeing as we live in a digital and social media age, fan reactions and cancellations of subscriptions could be the new adpocalypse that affected YouTube so badly under the likes of PewDiePie's antics, causing ads companies to remove them advertising dollars from YouTube in light of them making policy and security changes to their platform. What's going to happen with the platforms that are endorsing female and male stars, and if they err in the wrong direction and they're cancelled from a popular program? As we're seeing with Mandalorian, it's that one of their most popular shows, certainly was the one that was pirated the most last year. If Gina Carano gets cancelled, will the hashtag cancel Disney Plus actually apply? And will people follow through on that? We'll wait to see, and obviously we'll be keeping a close eye on that. That's this week's show. Thanks again for watching. Please feel free to comment and like. Remember, we are posting both to YouTube and LinkedIn, and each platform has a differential in terms of how you share and comment. We value your feedback, and back to you again shortly. We're planning on doing more than 2 shows a week now. Bye-bye.